Coordinating conjunctions, what they are and how to use them with independent clauses. This is a review for advanced EFL, ESL learners of English by Kevin Nelson. First, we'll start off with the definition for an independent clause. An independent clause has a subject, it has a verb, and it also has proper punctuation. An independent clause by itself is a complete sentence. An independent clause, as just mentioned, has a subject, a verb, and it must have proper punctuation. So here we see an example of a subject, Mary, the verb, sang, subject plus verb, Mary sang, and when we add the proper punctuation, it's Mary sang. These three elements together make a simple sentence. Here's another sample independent clause. In this sentence, we have the simple clause, John listened. That would be also called a simple sentence. Now, if we add a little bit to it, we can add an adverbial phrase. John listened while drinking a Coke. So that becomes a complex sentence. For the coordinating conjunctions, there are 7 coordinating conjunctions. They are easily remembered through the acronym FANBOYS: for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. They are used to join together 2 different independent clauses into a single sentence. Depending upon the complexity of the independent clauses being merged, you will either have a compound sentence. This is a joining of 2 complete simple sentences into a single compound sentence through the use of a coordinating conjunction. Or you could have a compound complex sentence. This is the joining of a complex sentence with either a simple sentence or another complex sentence. The coordinating conjunction and is probably the most common. So if we take the first independent clause we mentioned, Mary sang, and the second independent clause we mentioned, John listened while drinking a Coke, then we join them together using the coordinating conjunction and, as well as appropriate punctuation to make the compound complex sentence, we have Mary sang and John listened while drinking a Coke. The compound sentence with a coordinating conjunction will have 2 subjects, 2 verbs, and 2 punctuation marks. Mary sang and John listened. Whenever you have a coordinating conjunction, you must have a comma preceding it. All sentences must have terminal punctuation, with the most common being a period. Now, what is wrong with the following sentence? Amy came and Jimmy sat down. Basically, it is a run-on sentence. The reason why is that it is missing the comma before the coordinating conjunction. Remember, any fanboys used as coordinating conjunctions must have a comma before them. There's another type of run-on sentence. It was nighttime, the coyote howled. The sentence is missing both the comma and the coordinating conjunction. Remember, all independent clauses must be joined together properly in order to be understood correctly. What is wrong with this sentence? It was raining, I opened my umbrella. The sentence has 2 independent clauses connected only with a comma. For this to be a good sentence, it also needs a coordinating conjunction. In this case, the coordinating conjunction so works best. It was raining, so I opened my umbrella. And. This is perhaps the most common coordinating conjunction. It ties 2 ideas together. often in a time or space relationship. I was walking down the street yesterday. I saw a bird pick up a worm to take it to her nest. Putting the two sentences together, I was walking down the street yesterday and I saw a bird pick up a worm to take it to her nest. Here, the two things were happening in the same time frame. We start to get a feeling the writer will then start talking about the time walking or about the bird. Or, this coordinating conjunction is used when one of two possible alternatives will happen or be true. Both things cannot happen with the same conditions. With the money, Sherry could buy a nice dress. The church might receive a big donation. We can combine those two sentences to write, with the money, Sherry could buy a nice dress, or the church might receive a big donation. There's only one batch of money, so she has to make a decision. Is she going to buy a dress or is she going to give money to the church? But this coordinating conjunction shows contrast between two different sentence clauses in many different ways, all depending upon context. Mary is tall. Mary's mother is short. Mary is tall, but her mother is short. Now, in the example above, the conversion of the possessive noun to a possessive pronoun was simply good English style. It had nothing to do with normal usage of the coordinating conjunction but. However, whenever two independent clauses are joined with a coordinated conjuncture, the writer must be careful with how that may affect sentence structures and clarity. Yet, this is also used for creating contrast, just like the coordinating conjunction but. It is often used to contrast two things at the same time. Sam is a patient boss. He is often very impatient with his family members. Sam is a patient boss, yet he is very impatient with his family members. 4. This has the meaning of because, but it is used in writing situations where a shorter sentence is acceptable. Bill is respected very much. He uses his time well. Bill is respected very much, for he uses his time well. In this kind of compound sentence, as readers, we expect that further information in later sentences will be given about Bill's use of time and why his use of time creates respect. So, this often has the meaning of therefore or as a result. I have $10 extra. I can go to a movie tonight. I have $10 extra, so I can go to a movie tonight. While this may seem easy to use, the writer must be careful about the logic to make sure it is clear. Nor. This coordinating conjunction is used to connect two negative independent clauses. This is one of the most complicated to use because of the associated grammar and word order changes. I do not like spaghetti. I do not like other Italian foods. I do not like spaghetti, nor do I like other Italian foods. No changes in the second independent clause. The negative not was removed, and the word order between the words do and the subject I. So thank you very much. This presentation was done by Kevin Nelson, and all mistakes are exclusively mine.